بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطالبات شهادة الثانوية العامة قسم رياضيات لغات، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اليوم سنتناول مراجعة على الوحدة الأولى والثانية في مادة الجبر. طبعا عارفين مادة الألجبرا مرتبطة بالسوليد جيومتري، فالألجبرا عندنا في يونت 1 permutation combination، وبعد كده عندنا complex number. very important lesson to study this. طبعا عزيزي الطالب، امتحان المالتي تشويس بيحتاج منك انك تقرا كويس جدا قبل ما تختار اجابه صحيحه. لابد انك تقرا كويس وتفهم كويس، بعد كده تختار الاجابه الصحيحه. Welcome my dear student in our math program for secondary 3. Today we are taking revision about unit 1, unit 2 in algebra. My dear student, look at the first example. If each of 10 points on a straight line be joined to each of 10 points on parallel lines. We have two lines. The first line has 10 points. Second line has other 10 points. What is required? The total number of triangles that can be formed with the given points. Don't forget, my dear student, we have 10 points about L1 and 10 or corresponding 10 points on the other line. The required how many triangles formed from these points? 800, 900, 700, 600. We know that in this case we have 10 points. This rule 10C2 times 10C1 plus in the first, and repeat 10C2 plus 10C1. 10C2 times 10C1 plus 10C2 times 10C1 by using calculator, 900. If the coefficient of the term which order 2r plus 4 or 2r plus 4th term and r minus 2 term or term which order r minus 2 are equal in expansion 1 plus x for all power 18, then the value of r equals what? Choose the correct answer. 4, 5, 6, or 7. My dear student, we have equation between the term which order 2r plus 4 and the term which order r minus 2. And expansion 1 plus x for all power 18. Binomial theorem, don't forget 18C0 x power 0 1 power 18 and 18C1 x power 1 1 power 17 and so on. But in this case, look at the steps. 18 C2r plus 3 must be equal 18 CR minus 3. How? Someone say, how? 18 C2r plus 3 equals 18 CR minus 3. Look at the given. When he say 2r plus 4 term became 18c 2r plus 4 minus 1 or 3, 2r plus 3 by the same 18cr minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 minus 3. This equation, it is easy to solve it. In combination rule. If 18 equal 18, therefore we have to solve two equations, 2r plus 3 equals r minus 3, or summation equal 18. Then someone say, by using training or substitution, r may be equal 4. Look at, if r equal 4, 2r plus 3, 11. r minus 3, 1, not equal. Another one say, substitution about 5. 2r plus 3, if r equal 5, 13. r minus 3, 5 minus 3, 2. It's wrong. Give r equal 6. 2r plus 3. 2r plus 3, when r equal 6, equal what? 2r, 2 times 6 is 12 plus 3, 15. But 6 minus 3 equal 3. Is 18 C15 equal 18 C3? Yes. Why? Because 18 C15 equal 18 C, difference between 18 and 15 is 3. Therefore, R equals 6 by using substitution. But by steps, look at 2r plus 3 equals r minus 3. This equation, or summation of 2r plus 3 plus r minus 3 equals 18. The first equation, r equal negative 6, fused. The second equation, r equals 6, then the correct answer is 6. Another example. Z1 is complex number. R1 cosine theta 1 plus I theta 1. Z2 R2 cosine theta 2 plus I sine theta 2. F theta 1 minus theta 2 equals 90 degrees or pi over 2. Then choose the correct answer. Z1 over Z2 equals what? R1 over R2, R1 over R2I, R1 R2I, negative R1 R2. This is very important, this example. Why? Theta 1 minus theta 2, find it when divided. But Z1 over Z2, look at Z1 over Z2, R1 over R2, and subtract theta 1, theta 2. Theta 1 minus theta 2 equals 90. Therefore, answer is R1 minus R2I, because cosine 90 0. If the number of terms of expansion x plus y for all power to n minus 1 equals 12, then n equals, choose the correct answer, 10, 11, 6, 13. We know that if we have expansion for all power 3, how many numbers? 4 terms. If the expansion for all power 5, how many terms? 5 plus 1, 6. Then number of terms increase 1 about the power. In this given, the required number of terms in expansion equals 12, n equals what? By substitution, 2n minus 1 plus 1 equals 12, 2n equals 12, then n equals 6. The correct answer is 6. Another example. 1 plus omega for all power 4 plus 1 plus omega square for all power 4 plus omega square for all power 4 equals what? 1, negative 1 0 omega. My dear student, we know that 1 plus omega square equals what? Excellent student, 0. Again, 1 plus omega square equals 0. This rule, summation of unity, summation equals 1. Roots of 1 omega square. 1 plus omega must be equals what? Excellent. So the negative omega square. 1 plus omega square equal what? Excellent. Negative omega. But omega plus omega square, yes, negative 1. Therefore, by substitution, 1 plus omega, negative omega square. 1 plus omega square, negative omega. Omega plus omega square, negative 1. Each term by power 4. Negative omega square power 4 is omega power 8. Omega power 8 family of omega power 4. Omega power 6 is 1. The answer omega power 2. The first term. Negative omega power 4 equal omega power 4 equals omega. Why? Omega power 4 equal omega power 3 times omega. Omega power 3 equals 1. Negative 1 power 4 equals 1. Then look at the answer became omega square plus omega plus 1. What is the answer? Who answered? Yes, this rule. 0. Omega square plus omega plus 1 must be equal 0. The correct answer is 0. Another example. Put the number root 3 plus I over root 3 minus I, and we know I squared equal negative 1, imaginary number, in exponential form, hence find cubic roots of that. At the first, by using calculator or manual, what is the root 3 plus I over root 3 minus I? By using conjugate, multiply each term, root 3 plus I up and down. Z equals 1 over 2 plus root 3 over 2I. X is 1 over 2, Y root 3 over 2. R modulus is x squared plus y squared under square root equals 1. This R. Amplitude R, the first positive, second positive in the first quadrant. This angle equal 60. Y? Y over x equals 10. Shift 10, root 3 equals 60 degrees. We have R and we have theta. R means modulus of complex number, theta amplitude of complex number Z. We can put in the form exponential by using Z equals R e power theta I. In complex, Z equals cosine 60 plus I sine 60. In the complex form, don't forget R equals 1, modulus. And also, don't forget Z complex number must be start from cosine and I sine. The sign between them must be positive, not negative. Z equal cosine 60 plus I sine 60. What is the cubic root of Z? This rule, cubic root of Z equals cosine 60 plus 2n pi or 2 pi r over 3. Why 3? Cubic root. We have 3 roots plus I sine 60 plus 2 pi r over 3. When r equals 0 and negative 1, e equals pi over 9 in the first root, second root 7 pi over 9i, third root negative e power negative 5 over 9 by I. Now we are translate to another example. This determinant equals what? 0, 1, negative 1, 2. Any multiple choice. But in this case, we have determined, we prove that this must be equal 0. But in final exam, this example may be, you find it by choose the correct answer and the value of determinant 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Look at, my dear student, when determinant equals 0. Someone say or ask when determinant equals 0. Determinant equals 0 if one row elements or one diagonal, one column elements, all elements are zeros. This number 1. When two rows elements are same or two columns elements are same, then the determinant must be equal 0. In this case, my dear student, look at the first row, 3x, 3x, 3x. If we take 3x highest common factor, the first row must be 1, 1, 1. When add second row, third row, second row, third row, the third row became a plus b plus 1, a plus b plus 1, a plus b plus 1. After that, take a plus b plus 1 common factor, then the third row 1, 1, 1, and first row 1, 1, 1. Two rows are the same elements, first row, third row, then answer is 0. This is the method. Someone solve by other method by using subtraction, the first column from second column or second column minus third column. The solution is must be equal 0 also. By using C2 minus C1, C3 minus C1, C2 minus C1, C2 minus C1. After that, we have this determinant must be equal 0. Solve the following system linear equation by using inverse matrix where 2z minus 3y equals 7, y plus 5x equals 4, x minus 2y minus z equals 1. This example, we find it inverse function. What is the value of x, y, z? By using inverse function, inverse matrix. What is the rule of inverse matrix? To solve or to find the value of x, y, z, you make the inverse matrix. What is the inverse matrix? At the first, determinant must be not equal 0. After that, find cofactor matrix. After that, joint matrix to reach inverse matrix. Look at component or coefficient of x. First row in 3 equation 0, negative 3, 2. Second row 5, 1, 0. Third row 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1. By using determinant, calculate determinant by using calculator or by using hand. Determinant equals negative 37, not equal 0. What you mean? The matrix has inverse. Cofactor matrix, we find minor determinant of each element. Negative 1, 5, negative 11, the first row. This is the value of determinant of each element. Negative 7, negative 2, negative 3, negative 2, 10, 15. A joint matrix means 1 over CT. Negative 1, negative 7, negative 2, this first row, by using replace. After that, multiplicative inverse, 1 over delta or determinant multiply a joint. This is multiplicative inverse. After that, to find or calculate x, y, z, we multiply inverse by constant matrix. What is the constant matrix? 7, 4, 1. X equals, y equals, z equals. In this case, we multiply first row, negative 1, negative 7, negative 2, by first column 7, 4, 1. Each two element corresponding negative 1 times 7, plus negative 7 times 4, plus negative 2 times 1. And after that, multiply negative 1 over 37, x equals 1. By using the same method, y equal negative 1, z equals 2. In this case, by substitution about x, y, z must be satisfied at all equation of unknown x, y, z. Another example. If A norm vector A equals 1, norm B vector 5, and A cross B vector product 2i plus j minus 2k, what is the AB vector? AB vector. Don't forget. What is the rule? AB vector, we know that norm AB vector from the given 2 square plus 1 square plus negative 2 square equal 3. This is the norm of AB vector. We know that A cross B equal norm the first, norm the second, sine angle theta equal 3. By using substitution about norm A1, norm B equals 5, then sine theta 3 over 5. Sine theta 3 over 5. We know that scalar product norm A, norm B, cosine angle theta equals 5, cosine theta equal 4 over 5. Why? Because sine theta equals 3 over 5. A dot B equals 4. Remember, A dot B. This required. A dot B, not AB vector. A dot B equals 4. Then, look at example again. Norm A1, norm A equals 1, norm B equals 5, and the given A cross B, 2i plus j minus 2k, required A dot B. What is the relation between A dot B and A cross B? A dot B equals A norm A, norm B, cosine theta. We find by giving cosine theta equals 4 over 5, then 3 sine theta equals 3 over 5, then A dot B equals 4 unit vector. My dear student, by the end of the lesson, this very important lesson in Unit 1 in Algebra. My dear student, I am very happy to spend such time with you. Thank you. Goodbye.